Mr. President, when government wastes taxpayer money, taxpayers have a right to know what happened. And when emboldened criminals steal money intended to help single moms and children in need, taxpayers have a right to be angry. And Americans, and I'm hearing it in Wyoming, and I'm sure you're hearing it, Mr. President, your home state of Ohio, Americans are infuriated with the staggering amount of fraud unfolding today in the state of Minnesota. The past few weeks have shown just how deep the corruption in Minnesota has turned out to be. Investigators have now uncovered fraud schemes across 14 different Minnesota Medicaid programs. Most people don't even know there are 14 different Medicaid programs. There's fraud in all of them in Minnesota. Joe Thompson, who's U.S. Attorney in Minnesota, has spent his career prosecuting fraud. And based on his extensive investigation, he believes criminals have now stolen at least $9 billion with a B dollars from those Minnesota Medicaid programs. That is half of the total amount of money Minnesota spends for Medicaid programs in the state. Today, the fraud is so prevalent that Thompson says the state has developed a fraud tourism industry. Can you imagine that? A fraud tourism industry. Here's how these schemes work. Criminals, fraudsters, set up fake businesses for nonprofit organizations. The criminals then claim to provide services such as housing, food, and health care assistance. Then they bill Medicaid. And they bill them for services never provided. They use the names of children and enroll them into the programs. Sometimes the children don't exist, sometimes the children exist, and they're signed up by parents who are getting paid fraudulently to let them use their children's names. In 2021, taxpayers paid $4.6 million for something called Minnesota's Integrated Community Support Medicaid Program. It's a mouthful. 2021, $4.6 million. Then the fraudsters hit. 3 years later, due to criminal fraud, spending for that program ballooned to more than $170 million. From $4 million to $170 million, that's 37 times as much in just 3 years. Money completely stolen.